Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the 358 Modifieds here at USA. We had a pretty good time, a 199 compared to the rest of the field, just me and the two car way up here. The fastest I ran at this track when it was super clean was a 22.696, so just under a 7. But this track has a lot worn out through the corners when we first got here, so I'm kind of happy with the time of a 1. Hopefully we can do that again here in qualifying, and maybe we can grab the pole. Because there are no cautions here. Gonna try to get a run going into this lap at least. Main thing here, just try to keep your car straight as possible. Because these cars bog down really bad if you get too sideways. Okay, that was a very bad turn 1. That is not a good turn 1, to say the least. You really gotta let off and get down to the bottom, and don't hit your front left tire on that wall. That will really suck. This lap's probably not gonna be great, but still probably gonna put me in second. Oh no, it actually put me in third. Wow, that was a bad lap. 7. I don't like that. This lap's already looking better from turn 1 at least. You really gotta run all the way at the bottom, and I just completely straightened out in the beginning of the corner. It was not a good lap. Still probably gonna be better than the 7, to be honest, but 398, not awful. At least it'll put me in second for now. Hopefully we can hold that, because getting down to a 168 is pretty tough. It's a good lap by the 2. Very good lap by him, but we still got a few people left to qualify, so hopefully we can hold second, and I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, qualifying's over. We finished second, so that's good. Hopefully we can hold this through the race. If not, try to fight the number 2 for the lead. He's so smooth, it seems like, because both his laps were in the 1s. I think he ran like a 1.7 and then a 1.68. So he was very consistent on his laps. So we're going to have to be really good if we want to catch him and slash pass him. It's going to be hard to pass too. Because as long as there's a little bit of grip down there, that is definitely faster. If you can keep your car straight down there and not hit the inside wall with your left tire. Your front left tire at least, because you hit the tire with the front left and your car goes like bouncing up, and I'm worried you're going to get wheel damage, but so far, every time I've hit it in 3 and 4 in practice, I never got any wheel damage.
Good luck, boys. Keep it cleaner than the last one.
Hopefully. 30 straight laps, no cautions anyways.
Let's have some fun. Watch the sliders here. These cars really ain't got the motor to do them, but have some fun here.
If you can get a good run, you can do it, but especially if people are running all the way up on the high side. I hate driving these cars at slow paces, though. We can get, like, actually moving some. I can hold it straight. These cars like to turn left too quickly when you're going slow, and I hate it. But yeah, you just have to hook that bottom just right. That's all you have to do here. It's tough to do, though. These cars are pretty hard to keep straight, because once you get sideways, it's almost a wrap for them. They just keep going sideways. You have to really let all the way out and just straighten the car out. Look, this speed, I can drive it just fine. A little slower than this, it's like, it doesn't want to stay straight. It's really weird. I hate these and the late models going slow. Like, under pace laps, it's awful. I'm like just weaving back and forth because it likes to pull to the left, and then once you hit the gas, it'll go to the right. Because you're already holding like 20 degrees to the right or so on the straightaway. Should be an interesting race though. Hopefully we could have a clean race like they were saying. Apparently they ran this like last hour or last race whenever they ran. It was pretty clean, so hopefully we could stay that way. This track is kind of like Williams Grove in a way, in sort of like saying it's wrecking into turn 1 off of restarts, but it's not as tight as Williams Grove at least, so hopefully we don't get ran over, because I've gotten ran over going into turn 1 here a few times, like just in any car. It's just the way the track is. So hopefully we can get a good restart. Had a decent restart. I think we can already get down. Yeah, we can. Oh, but I'm hitting the wall, so that's not good. Yeah, you see how low he got? He was just able to grip it and pretty much go. You just got to really let all the way out of it, let it roll, and then you can get into the gas, and just don't hit that inside wall. He hit it there a little bit. You saw how his car bounced up the track real quick. If I could do that consistently, I'll be able to keep up with them. But you can see the momentum on the outside behind us. They just are too slow through the corner. If we run the corner right, we should pull away from them pretty easily. As long as we hit the grip. Because you really got to keep these cars straight because the back end is so heavy in these. Oh, I thought my tire was going to hit there. I started straightening out early, so I didn't do it. Because if my front left tire hits that turn 3 wall, it slows you down a lot because it bumps your car up in the air. It slows you down a lot for that lap. Three and 4 is definitely easier to run the bottom, except it's easier to hit the wall down there, to be fair. So I kind of want to run the higher side in 1 and 2. Try to keep the car somewhat straight, keep the momentum off the corner. I'm still going to try to run the bottom 3 and 4 just because I like it better. This guy's running really well, like right in that middle lane behind me. Yeah, he's running lower than me right there, and he's actually doing better, so running all the way up to the grip is not the move. You got to turn down early in 3 and 4 to actually get down there for the grip. I'm happy I could run that at least. Because the first place car is definitely pulling away at this point. He's gripping it in 1 and 2 really well, and 3 and 4. Just both corners he's really good at. So he's flying away from the field. We have a good gap behind 3rd place, so it's kind of just me and him for the 2nd place right now. Unless people start to catch us. I do just love these modifieds on how you can see the tires in the corner. I just love that. I'm always a fan of being able to see the tires when you're turning them in the corners. Damn, he got a really good run there. So I got to get lower and actually get the grip in 3 and 4. He's practiced that outside a whole lot. I haven't really practiced it much. I really like the bottom. If I can grip it like that, I pull really far away in 3 and 4. There's just not much grip in 1 and 2. It's hard to run it. There's not much in 3 and 4, but it's definitely easier to run it in my opinion. Definitely cannot run it as well as him though. He is really good up there. These cars are definitely a little harder to run than like the limiteds, but not as hard to run as the Pro Late models. They don't got as much grip. Or not grip, horsepower I should say. Because the Pro Late models have more horsepower, and at least these are fixed racing, so everybody's running the same stuff. That's what I like. That's why I'm not really running the Pro Late models this season. If they had a fixed series, I'd definitely be running those a lot. Yeah, these are just so much throttle control there on the bottom. I'm really happy that this track came in really worn out because it makes for better racing. Because if the track's just super clean, everyone's running right along the bottom, and there's really no room to pass. At least this track, it gives you 2 lanes to run, and you can kind of work one or the other. But if you could work the bottom like the 2 does, regardless of the track condition, you're going to be quick. Got really sideways in the middle of that corner. That was a bad one. Yeah, that 2 is just really good here. But I do love this track. I've always loved USA on oval or dirt oval. Either way, I like this track. I've always had pretty good success on it. On the oval side, it was my first like win on iRacing in the regular modifieds, like the SK modifieds or the Tour. I think it was the SK because the Touring's the longer race.
I'm sorry, dude. I thought I held a load for you.
Because the SKs are what you get when you, well, you have to get them when you can get into the D class. You can run those. Yeah, USA was my first iRacing win, so it always holds a special place to me. Yeah, this line's getting pretty far out here in 1 and 2, even though you can still run a little lower, but I feel like getting your back right in that grip is good. He definitely runs 1 and 2 behind me better than me. He's definitely better than me at that. But I'm better in 3 and 4, so it kind of evens out. I got really sideways off that corner, though. Still pulled away like half a tenth, maybe. Try not to smack the wall with my back right, because I have a problem with that in the late models a lot, but these cars I seem to manage it a little bit better. Because these cars I feel like aren't as long as the late models, the late model body is. Ooh, what happened to the leader there? He really messed up or something. He hit that inside wall, I think. He fucked up. I don't think he was near that lap car that's way up there. Didn't really see exactly what happened. I just saw him slow way up. Yeah, he definitely goes in harder than I do in that corner. I just don't want to drift up into the wall. That's the one thing I'm worried about there. He's getting good in 3 and 4 though, I can tell you that. He's definitely getting better there. Okay, there's not much left in 3 and 4 at the bottom, I can tell you that. Not much left down there. He's not going to be able to throw a slider there. You get so much momentum off the straightaway. I'm going to have to run the high side here. Damn, he ran 3 and 4 really well there. Good side-by-side racing at least, finally, in these cars. This track's worn out enough to where you could actually do it. I went very high in that, but I hope I can get a good straight run off. He's getting better in 3 and 4. I just really have to hit this in 1 and 2 really well. Get a good run on the straightaways. He messed up a little bit in 3 and 4 because I went a little higher and actually had a really good run there. Ooh, that was close to that wall. Ooh, that was close. My back end was like an inch away from that thing. I'm just going to stick to this because this seems to be working for me right now. That definitely seems to be working for me compared to him on the bottom. He was holding his own there though. That was good. That was good racing. Still got 5 laps left though. He could definitely come back. I just want to keep up my momentum on the high side. Seems to be the way to go for me. I'm surprised he didn't try to throw a slider because I felt like he had the edge on me by like half a car length. I was like at his passenger door. And I thought he was going to throw a slider on me for sure, but he never did. I'm surprised. But I think he was the one at the beginning where he said, watch out for the sliders. These cars don't really have the engine for it. So he's kind of more conscious of it, I feel like, than anybody. Because I probably wouldn't have thrown one either, to be honest, because I'm the same way. I don't like throwing sliders when I don't think these cars can do it. Holy crap, it's getting so bumpy down the straightaway now. There's definitely a good cushion up there. You could hit it and it stops you from hitting the wall real easily. Lap car up ahead. He's right in front of the leader, running the same line, so maybe that'll mess him up a little bit, but I don't think we're going to catch him regardless. It's basically between me and the 5 for second place. Lap car went low, so that's good. At least they know how to be a lap car. Some people don't. Just let the leader by. You're definitely slower. There's a reason you're in that position. Whether it be a wreck or you're just not as good as the person that's in the lead. Because Drew has been great this race, except that one time in 1 and 2. I don't know what happened to him, where he like hit the inside wall or something. I got a little too sideways there, slowed me up in the middle of the corner. I do like these cars. These cars are very fun to drive, because this is like the first track that I enjoy running that these cars have been at so far, and these cars are a blast. We've had some decent racing in them at the, I think it was Fairbury was one of them. Oh, he tried something there, and he lost a ton of time. But I was waiting for these cars to go to a track like this. Good win, too. Good race 5. That was fun. We had a pretty good race there. Me and the 5 were side by side. We had some good side-by-side racing, so I'm happy with how that went. Oh, Jesus, lap car, what are you doing? We had some good racing. The 2 was just by far the fastest car. Don't really know what happened with some cars in the back there, but
you were getting me in 1 and 2.
That was fun. Because where did the 5 finally get inside of me? Like, he caught me really well this lap. Because I think I was running right up on that wall there, and I was getting some good momentum down the straightaway. But I think he did really good in 3 and 4 here, or I messed up in 3 and 4. Because he was a little higher. He was gripping it better right there than I was lower, but there wasn't much to do there at all. But he had a really good run there. I think this is where he finally goes low in 1 and 2, and he actually started gripping 1 and 2 really well. I was trying to get that momentum off the straightaway, which worked pretty well there, but then he started getting a lot better at 1 and 2, and in 3 and 4. Because I ran lower, I didn't run all the way up to the grip, which I guess I should have, because that seemed to be quicker. Gave me more momentum down the straightaway, because I thought right here he was going to throw a slider on me in 1 and 2. I was at his, like, passenger door, but then he just ran all the way at the bottom, so I'm like, okay, that's good. Hopefully I can get that momentum. Because I thought at some point he was going to clear me coming off of one of these corners, because he was getting really good in those corners at the bottom. But that was just good overall racing. That was a lot of fun. You don't usually get good, clean racing side by side like this, because he could have easily just came up right there coming off the corner. I would have had to check up really hard, or we would have just wrecked into the wall. But that's just good heads-up racing on both of us, for the most part. And then I think he messed up a little bit there, and I got a good run off the straightaway. But I was happy to finally get some side-by-side racing in these cars. That's a lot of fun. Dang, I was close to the wall there. That was so close. But the 2 was just gone. I want to go back a few laps and see what happened to him in 1 and 2. Because where did he finally mess up really bad to where I got by him? I think I just had a really good 1 and 2 there. Hooked the top, and I just pulled all the way away to clear him. And I think he came back to the top. Oh no, he went back to the bottom there. But running all the way up to the grip when the track got this worn out worked for me. Over the 5 at least. The 2 was still pulling away, running the bottom and the top. He ran both, but he was just by far the fastest. Like, he ran really well. But what happened to him where he really messed up running that bottom? Where was it? I think it was like the lap before this. I don't know. He ran the top for a few laps. Okay. Because then he had to, like, get his confidence back, I guess, to run. Okay. So what happened here? He went really low, like normal. I think his front left. Oh, yeah. His front left caught that wall. That's what happens if your front left catches that wall. It about turned him all the way around. That would have been huge if he would have just, like, spun all the way out, but he knew how to correct it. Like, once your tire hits that, just let off and try to get your car straight. Because if you stay in the gas, you're going to spin all the way around and go right into the wall. So, good move by him for messing up and then correcting it before we caught him. But he had such a lead over us. And then he pulled back away because he got down to like 2 seconds at that point. But he was just by far the fastest. He was so quick in that race. What was his fastest lap? 269 on lap 2. What was mine? A 525. That shows you the kind of speed that he had, and he had a 575, so that shows you the difference in the speed on how quick he was throughout this race compared to us, because he ran 9 zeros, 1s there, basically. Towards the end, I was running 0, 2, 0, 1s, 1s, 2. So he was like a tenth or so faster than us the rest of that race, and then he was running 1s and 2s, so I was just, me and the 5 were like right on top of each other for timing. Like, we would go back and forth a lot, so good race by him. We finished second at least, being car number 1, so we're going to gain some more iRating. So far, 2 for 2 in 2021. That's good, because the street stock race that we had, we gained some iRating, and this race will definitely gain some iRating as well, finishing second, so let's go see what we ended up getting. Alright, results are in. Started second, finished second. I think the 5 had us on a couple laps, so if he would have had that run that he did 5 laps before the finish, like, we would have been side by side at the finish, which would have been awesome. I think he would have gotten me on a couple of those laps, but we finished second, gained 38 iRating, getting back up there finally. So gaining back some iRating, getting back over 3,600, a decent amount, because that limited amount of race, the last race of 2020, we lost like 113, so we've gotten about half of that back, I think, in these last two races. It's so much harder to gain iRating than to lose it. It's so easy to lose it. But the 2, by far the fastest, he gaining an iRating quick. Strength of field was actually pretty good, 2283, not too bad. What was the lowest iRating here? Number 12, 1700. So a lot of them were right around the 1700 range. So that was the lowest for us. So that's not too bad. It was actually a pretty good field, pretty clean overall. There was a few 2Xs in the back, because I did hear somebody say you don't know how to slow down from seeing a wreck or something like that. I don't know. I didn't go back and see it, but don't know what happened there. But the 5 and I had a great race. The 2 was by far the fastest. So good race of the 5, good win by the 2. Had a lot of fun in these cars. Hopefully we can keep up this momentum into some other series. That'd be really good. The next race I think I'm running is the trucks tomorrow. I think they're at Chicagoland. I need to do some practice there because I have not ran Chicagoland and the trucks in a long time. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. I appreciate you guys for watching like always. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.